When we first started, we didn't have a cultivation facility. One wasn't required. Every single grower was, not every single grower, but I would say 90% of the growers in Colorado were probably growing in houses at the time, because there was no way that a landlord was going to rent to you and rent a warehouse or a building unless you owned it and set up a large-scale commercial cultivation facility. So in the process of moving from a house to a facility, creating that facility, we started with a big empty box, 30-foot ceilings, and we built everything. We built essentially a cultivation facility within a warehouse by lowering the ceilings, bringing everything down, creating rooms and rooms and rooms in order for the facility to work. So, creating that environment, the perfect balancing all of the rooms, HVAC, humidity, temperature, everything needed to be considered. So, of course, there's some trial and error, and of course, it's going to take some time to dial that in. But we have been able to do so over the past. We've had approximately 20 harvests in that facility, and we think that we've dialed it down very well. And that's why one of the reasons why we're going into consulting is because we do have a methodology that works, and we would like to help share that with others. We have met with individuals who have been in the tech industry and have made several successful exits and are very well connected in the industry, who are interested and are in the initial stages of setting up funds. So we're in the process of building our first $10 million fund, where investors are going to invest anywhere $100,000 minimum all the way up to whatever they want to invest. And we'll start seeing interested parties who have the ideas for products, both on the ancillary side as well as in the industry, as well as operators of existing centers that need additional cash flow. And it would be from a debt side versus an equity side in order to meet the requirements of the state of Colorado. And depending on what the rules and the regulations are for residency requirements, once adult use takes off, we'll see how that goes. But we are absolutely working with very successful individuals who have proven successes in the past, and have come to us because of our expertise in the industry and because of our reputation in the industry for being those individuals that are knowledgeable and are in it day to day and have a good reputation, or known to be good operators. It's been very nice that people want to come and work with us and are starting to recognize the work that we've done over the past several years, what's going on over there. And we think that, we have a successful system that's worked here as far as the medical. We're working with the legislators on as far as creating the rules and what's going to be different, what's going to be the same about medical versus recreational, or adult use here in Colorado, and think that we can translate that knowledge over to Washington. To become the consultant, we're working with a team of individuals to ideally become the consultant for the state of Washington to help them with their regulation. We have a consulting office that recently opened in Massachusetts to help with all of the people that are interested in what's going on out there. We're working with a number of clients in Connecticut that will ideally receive some of the cultivation licenses. In Connecticut, there's only going to be between 3 and 10 licenses for cultivating for the entire state, so that's getting onto that larger scale production. They're going to have 90,000 patients, but with only 10 grow facilities. We have several hundred grow facilities here to support our 100,000 plus patients. We are working with all kinds of ancillary service providers. We help build the premier packaging supplier for the industry that's here in Colorado that's now thinking about going out east. We've helped with office supply companies that have become, that's become their niche, as they're now providing office supplies to the industry. We provide consulting for edibles manufacturers, and we give them feedback. We do in-store bioassay assessments where our patients essentially do market research for these edibles companies to receive a discount for the product, and then provide useful feedback that we then provide to those edibles vendors to help them come up with better products. We have people reaching out to us from out of state, from other states that have novel ideas for edibles products, and we're introducing them to the edibles manufacturers here in Colorado that could perhaps hire them as consultants to come out and bake for them, or bake whatever that product is, or simply sell them their intellectual property. We're working with manufacturers of additional ancillary products to the industry, machines, packaging equipment, really you name it, and we have at least discussed